Okay, well, welcome Facebook as we come on. Hello, Facebook. So glad to be here with you.
Good evening. We just got our truck all fueled up. We're ready to go the distance
Yes.
as we
Let's
grab another
see.
gear.
There we go. Okay. Oh, good. I
Okay,
thought
well,
maybe
welcome
this.
Facebook as we come on. Hello, Facebook. So glad to be here with you. Good evening. We just got our truck all fueled up. We're ready to go the distance
Yes.
as we
Let's
grab
see.
another gear.
Okay, we could just pause that here. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, I think we're good. Okay, I think that's okay. I didn't want it echoing on us, so glad you're with us. Sorry about that. And I was gonna turn this, but I wasn't sure how that was. You can't turn your phone while recording. Oh, okay. Well, we'll just leave it there. So we're glad to be with you another time. Hi, Anne. So glad you're on. And we had a full week. We ended up closing on our new building. So we're excited about that. And got to go over with the family
Yeah,
and clean and do
had
some
a plan.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of things to move, decide what we want to keep, what needs to go, and just get it set up and and then move forward on what God wants us to do with it. So we're excited about that.
yeah. This week we got all the logistics done and kind of some of the stuff that we were working on with it and figuring out and looking at some of the closing papers and yeah, just we got all that closed up this week and everything done at the bank and then we went over and started cleaning up. So we got a lot done. We got a couple trailer loads out of it and
Mhm.
so we can start with a clean slate. And as you're doing that, you're always figuring out maybe what's leaking, what isn't quite right, or that you got to address first. What doors aren't on or off, or locks don't
Mhm.
lock, or so yeah, so it's kind of exciting. We've done it a few times. It's kind of a fun time for our family. It kind of energizes us, and then we go and have lunch and ice cream if we need to, and we just put in a day. So
Mhm.
it's kind of nice to train our daughters how to pull a trailer and the do's and don'ts to hooking up a trailer and backing up a trailer. And so it is exciting. So
Yeah. Yep. So welcome to Grab Another Gear. And we've got um from my What If You Believe devotional is the one we're going through. So this one. And we're on belief 12. So we'll just get into that and just share more here.
do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ephesians 3:20. Now all glory to God, who is able, through his mighty power at work within us, to accomplish infinitely more than we might ask or think.
Mhm.
So that's Ephesians 3:20.
Do you want to read it in the Amplified too, this other verse? Same verse, but
Now him too is able to carry out his purpose and do superabundantly more than all that we can dare ask or think, beyond our greatest prayers, hopes, or dreams, according to his power that is at work within us.
mm,
Ephesians 3:20.
love that verse.
Even like a lot of times we go into a project, we don't know all the ins and outs. We don't know, sometimes we just the Lord's nudging us to go after a project and we just don't know how it all is going to come up together. So we just start gathering information, getting with the people that we work with, some great people, whether it be a realtor or a bank or, um, property adjusters or whoever we're working with are wonderful people. And we appreciate them because they watch our back where we don't know, what we need to be watching sometimes. And it seems to have worked out well. And but we just don't always know how it all is gonna come together, and we definitely have things that come up. And then we address
Mhm.
them, and then we just ask each other what's next, and we keep moving forward, so we're thankful for that we can do that stuff together.
Yeah, and it's like walking out this verse that, okay, God, we need you to do more than we could ask or imagine here because we're taking the steps of obedience, getting the building, and we don't always know ahead of time what it's going to look like, whether, like Justin mentioned, the things that need to be fixed and looked at, things that we didn't even know about ahead of time. And this just is a verse that we stand on with that. Okay, God, more than we could ask or imagine here. What do you want to do? Help us get everything fixed up. Um, help us to know what to do and provide the finances to do all that as well. Um, and I remember first walking in this verse when I was home with the kids. Of course, you all know, most of you know, we're parents of 10 children. And as we were growing the family and I was home with them and we were homeschooling, I needed God's help in the efficiency of our home and just in wisdom on how to discipline, how to train, how to school them, all the things. And so this verse, I remember standing on it going, okay, God, I'm believing you to do more than I can ask or imagine um, in my home, in our business. And it's according to that power in us, which is faith in us, according to the power that is within in us. And that's the power of the resurrection, just our belief in God, our trust in the Lord. And so I would just encourage you to grab a hold of that verse as well as we just walk this out, uh, whatever it is in your home or business or whatever. Ask the Lord to do more than you can ask or imagine.
Yeah,
You know.
I think even if, like today, we were home today, we didn't hit the road and go work, and it was nice because it just kind of, we had some coffee together and had a
Mhm.
breakfast, and it was just nice to touch base. Our one son that works BLM Fire, he was off today. And so we just kind of hung out and did some things. I'm doing some epoxy countertops and kind of learning as I go there. Haven't worked a lot with that, but I'm excited to do that just to kind of see what designs we can make and stuff. So yeah, so
Mhm.
we were down today and then next week we'll hit it again. And so we're pretty excited about that. But you just
Mhm.
don't know if you kind of, we've seen the blessings of hanging out with our family and doing projects. Yeah, it's a lot of work. We're
Mhm.
loading trailers and hauling them and cleaning stuff out, making decisions but a lot of that keeps you sharp and it keeps you going the direction you want us to need to go, you know. So we're thankful for that.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a huge building block for our family because we are kind of just geared that way to do split places, just rise them up from the pit or, the the dead. They're almost like, not working at the time and so we're thankful. And then when we all go there together, I love it. That's one of my most favorite places is to be doing projects with our kids and teaching them and letting them just see all the ins and outs. And then this project is in a new area. And so we get to go in there, meet new people, like we had the door open and letting the air flow through and people were stopping and visiting and, of course saying, what are you going to do? And, we're not positive on how it's all going to go. So we're like, well, just few ideas and we'll see what the Lord does there. So just honored to be able to do this. And we know too that all of you watching, you have a purpose and an assignment in the Lord. And it's something you can't do without him. Like he'll be leading you and you'll need to lean on him and trust as you move forward. And so we really encourage you to move forward and take those steps. And that's one thing, the end of the month here, the 25th, we'll be on again with our live Zoom. And so we'd love to have you there as well to just like we do a teaching kind of like this, and then we give time to do some sharing and pray for each other and keep it about an hour or so, and just a time to encourage in life, business, family, leadership, all the things. So
Yeah, and I just want to emphasize too, all that we're doing is you know, we're just making our home, you know, our house a home and doing things we like, a nice yard and, trying to keep things looking sharp and we are a busy business and we do go after things. But there again, we're just trying to grab another gear on another level, and just share, be a part of the blessings that the Lord has for us instead of
mhm,
sitting and, not doing a whole lot. We want to grab gears and we want to keep moving forward and have what the Lord has for us. So, and
yeah,
it's been amazing. I mean, it's been great. I mean,
mhm,
Jackie and I are, um, we got our anniversary at the end of the month, and so we're gonna do a little traveling and projects are situated and just trying to really encourage others and help others and provide housing and take something that isn't all that desirable and make it desirable. And sometimes we don't always know how that's going to look at all. And
mhm,
so I would encourage you that if you have dreams or there's things that you want to do or try or, you don't fail by not trying. I mean, it's just, you just go after it and there's
mhm,
going to be things that don't work out. And
mhm,
we've had it where things aren't looking real great and but we're going to continue to push forward,
mhm.
you know.
Yeah, and I liked what you said because in my time with the Lord this morning, it was talking about um so it's almost like the blessings have been poured out on all of us. And the question was, why do some walk in that and others not? And they gave a picture of one cup was upside down. Well, the blessings are being poured out, and the other is turned up so it can be filled to overflowing. And we have to be intentional about receiving them and pursuing them. And so in our steps with being willing to buy another building, yeah, it's can be scary. It can be very unknown. But we find that obedience and trusting God through it builds us up in our faith. And we actually receive, it's like we're going after the blessings. We're saying yes to God,
Mhm.
and we're going after and we're keeping our cup tipped up so that it can be filled, rather than looking at all the negative and not allowing ourselves to see the blessing or be filled with it at all. So I encourage you to look at which way your cup is setting. You can just look out in front of you and go, what? Ask the Lord, which way is my cup right now? If you're full of complaining and discouragement, then you've got a cup that's been turned over. But what would it take to flip your cup the other way and look at all of the blessings and goodness that God has for you, even though there may be things that are not quite right, but God's working them out for you. What if you believe that and you just continue to step forward, believing He's working it out for your good because you love Him? So, yeah, when you mentioned blessings,
Yeah.
going after blessings that prompted what God had spoke to me about this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think sometimes I've talked a little bit about that too, is you've got to make your space, where you're
Mhm.
relaxed and at peace, whether it be your back porch in the morning with a cup of coffee or, you know,
Mhm.
shoring up your yard where you're trim some trees and shrubs, and it just feels good. I mean, this is what we got. So
Mhm.
if it's an old shop, then redo an old shop and make it the best old shop that you got. And I
Mhm.
know we've had to do that a few times, and just because that's what we have, the Lord's
Mhm.
given us that, and we're going to make the best of it. And
Yep.
just walking in due diligence of, okay, this is what we got. This is how can we transform this area so we can enjoy it. And this is what we got. If we've got a bunch of old, we done this years ago, my parents, we had this little rental place, and so my mom had the idea of making a little patio out of some pallets, and we painted them and stained them and sanded them and made this little deck area, and we put some flowers on it, and it was the best place ever, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah, it doesn't have to cost a lot
Yeah, yeah,
to do that. And I think of that as moving from glory to glory. So I always tell my family, make your space that you're in now the most glorious that you can, whatever that looks like. Like I remember when I was a homeschool mom years ago, I just did the best in that space, just made it as glorious as I could with what we had and with the number of kids we had and all of that. And then because of that, then we can be moved to glory once we've made the one place glorious. And so I believe that's why in our lives we're being given other properties to maintain because we have followed that verse in moving from glory, making your space glorious, whatever financial state you have, whatever type of house, whether it's a trailer house or a tiny home or something bigger, but just really being a good steward of what you have and then God moving you to the next place of glory so you can make that place glorious.
I know we've got a bolt bin, and it really, Jackie really does not like this bolt bin
I don't
because
know
it
if I know
just
where it is
it
now.
collects everything, every bolt, nut, little piece of metal. Well, this bin in my mind is, if I can take care of and save these little bolts, like if you have like bolts that you take apart something and I put them in there.
Mhm.
Well, if I can save my family a couple bucks by just putting them in the bin and then I dig through it. Sometimes I don't remember to dig through it, but other times I do. And
Mhm.
so save myself 10, 12 bucks, whatever, and I can't always find the stuff I need, but often I can. And that's just a simple thing that I can do. And, there's a balance in a big family, what you keep, what you don't keep. So we've
Mhm.
had to come up with even like materials when we get done with the job. I'm like, all right, if it's a 3-foot board, get it out of here because we'll be tripping over it. We'll never use it.
Mhm.
And so we really have to kind of be careful of that also. But some of that is just being due diligent on what we have
Mhm.
and taking the time, being slowed up to create things and to build things and take the time to search through this bolt bin a minute,
Mhm.
10 minutes. All right, there's my bolt. Get done.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think we did throw one of the bolt bins away,
yeah, I probably
but
did.
either we kept, there were a couple of them maybe. Anyway, another one is started, so
That was a hard time. I had to, you know, I,
make
I
some
had I had to take a
decisions.
week off. I mean, I couldn't even function.
When we had to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some of those things are hard. Let's read this other verse from um the devotional. It's Isaiah 55, 8 and 9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor your ways my ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. So just remember, like, we can have our ideas, but God has so much higher thoughts for us, for our lives, for things to do, like how to work things out, and gives us wisdom and understanding in places. So just as you move forward in whatever space you are making glorious, and believing God's going to do more than you could ask or imagine there, ask him for his thoughts on it. You know, his ways are so much above ours. Like, we can see this little tiny space and he sees the big picture, and he can give us so much wisdom. That's why it's so important to listen to the Lord. Even like on our building, he knows exactly what this building will be for. So we need to be listening to the Lord on how to set it up as we go and what things to keep, because it's full of a lot of different furniture and stuff, and what things to get rid of. And you know, with us asking him, then that can save us a lot of like redoing, you know, if we'll listen to him first and follow his plan for this new place that he's given us.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's exciting.
Mhm.
And doing this grab another gear is, we're just encouraging families. Maybe you don't have your families that are not at home anymore. They went on, or they've going to college, or they're out of the house. And but yeah, we just want to encourage, whether it be you're going to college or you're working, it's weekend. Um, just encourage you to grab another gear. I mean, there's so many young, talented, things that you can do. Don't be afraid of it. But just ask the Lord, what do you want me to do here?
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
and we just want to bring that business and family to grab another gear, and encourage others to, to come alongside us also, and encourage us, and
Mhm.
what we're trying to do, and to it's positive, it's good, and
Mhm.
we want others to be a part of that also.
Yeah, for sure. So hop on with us the 25th. Register. It's in the comments below, both on YouTube and here on Facebook. Um, we'd love to connect with you, rub shoulders with you on Zoom, on our live Zoom, in the room with us. So do that. Grab my book, What If You Believed? That's what we're going through. That's what you need to register for. And if you haven't got my other books, you can see them up above us here, just for encouragement moving forward in the Lord, in all of life. And what else do we need to share? We are also business coaches. We want to help you move forward. So whether you want to work with just me, as I'm a covenant life coach, helping you walk in your true identity and overcome adversity, or if you want some business plans and stuff, we would love to walk with you. And also, we do speaking. We'd love to come and speak to your group, your staff, or your church group, or whatever it is that you're wanting some support in and encouragement. We'd love to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So you want to close us out in prayer?
Yep.
And we'll...
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Lord, as we come before you, I just thank you. I thank you for men and ladies, and Lord, that all them that make all this go, and grab another gear, and families and business. And Lord, I thank you for all that you've designed and that you've created. And Lord, I thank you that you give us wisdom and honor in you, and that Jesus, that you make all things great.
Mhm.
And we thank you for that. And Lord, that we can do all things through you. And Lord, that we believe that we can have faith, and that we tandem it with belief.
Mhm.
That's a pretty tough combination. and it's huge. And Lord, I thank you in your name.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen. So glad you were here with us, and we'll see you soon.
Have a nice evening. Thank you.
God bless.